Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update. And what we're going to be going over today is OmiseGo, Zcash, Litecoin, and Digibyte. So we're going to be looking at 4 coins here. I'm not going to be as in depth like when I do a Litecoin video, guys, and it's 7 to 15 minutes or whatnot, and we're really in depth. It's not going to be that point, but we're going to scan through each one of these. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here, some of the different things I'm seeing. So if you like these videos, and especially this format, let me know how you like this format in terms of doing more coins at once, or if you like the really in-depth detail like when we go into Litecoin or some of these other coins. So let me know, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll dig into this. So we're going to start out on Digibyte. And what I wanted to point out to y'all is we're having that supply and demand shift. Okay, so basically this whole time here for over a year, we were having lower highs and lower lows. And then we started to switch here, and we set this first higher low right here, guys, and that started that move. And what that did was get us back up above this 200-day moving average, which we'd been under for over a year. And now what you're seeing is we're forming this basically symmetrical triangle. We're having higher lows, which is great. So this is the trend line down here that we want to pay very close attention to, guys, very close attention to. If we start breaking down below that in this 200-day, then we're really going to have trouble. But if we're getting a bounce off this trend line and we actually break up through this upper trend line in this symmetrical triangle, that would be beautiful. And then we could come up here and maybe even test around this $3.51 or so, because it would be most likely a pretty strong aggressive move out of here off a trend line break out of this symmetrical triangle. Remember, symmetrical triangles are basically a 50-50 pattern. They can break either way, but you want to put the trend in your favor, and so far the trend has been up. We're in an intermediate term bullish uptrend here for OmiseGo. But guys, what you're seeing now is we have this stochastic cross to the downside, and we're at 76 and 81, so we are in overbought territory. I just want to let you know. So there may be some more cooling down, maybe test this bottom trend line again, push towards this apex a little more before we do get a break out of here. But eventually we're most likely, guys, going to have a nice clean break out of here. And in my opinion, OmiseGo, and this isn't financial advice, is very undervalued right now at $2.08. I think this is a coin that's going to do really well in the future, and that's just my opinion, guys. That's what I wanted to bring to you here on OmiseGo. And I also wanted to point this out. Look how depressed this chart is, guys. This is when you want to be accumulating things. People are still accumulating OmiseGo and some of these altcoins down here, as you've seen with like Litecoin, in that they've already started this nice uptrend and they're starting that new market cycle. What we're dealing with is the accumulation stage. We got out of this bear market here, and now people are accumulating down in here. So we want to pay attention to that. We also want to pay attention to good volume coming back in. So that's OmiseGo right now, guys. That's what I'm seeing for OmiseGo. What we're going to go into next is Zcash. And we were looking at this yesterday. We were talking about the breakout. Let me get that out of the way. And I'll show you my chart, exactly what I'm looking at right now, guys, for Zcash. And this is on the 1-day chart right now. And we're probably going to zoom in because I've been looking at it on the 4-hour. We're going to see what's happening on the 4-hour. But with Zcash here, I have my Fibonacci on, guys. We had this very long hammer candle right down here. We tested this 100-day moving average here, and then this was our move. We blasted off here, and what you're seeing now, this candle formation is a dark cloud cover candle formation as it stands right now. We have not had the close for the day yet, so that's something that we have to pay attention to. But to the downside, the 0.236 is going to be at 104.33, and then it's going to be at 0.382 around that 97.19 that I'm going to be looking at for this retracement. We had a beautiful pump up here, but now we're starting to get that downward cross on the stock. We're at 95.95. We need some type of a cool down, and what we'd want to see is this was old resistance over here, guys, and we broke out of it. We want that old resistance to become new support. So even if we came back and back tested this area around 93, everything's still looking healthy and great with that. I have no problem with it at all. And on the 4-hour, which I've been trading here for Zcash, I'm going to pay attention to see if we get a bounce off this 0.236. That's also lining up with this 20 EMA there, and that's going to be around 104. I'm going to look at that area, and then I'm going to look down here to this 50 moving average at around that 93. And you can see we've had the downward cross here on the stochastic, and volume has been increasing to the downside there, guys. And what we had, this here was a doji candle followed up by a bearish engulfing candle. So we're going to have to see where we set that higher low. That's what we're looking for. So that's Zcash right now. Guys, next one we're going to go to is Litecoin. And this is TradingView. So many people ask me what I use for my charting. This is TradingView Pro. I pay for it so that we can get a good experience for you guys. I can get up to 5 indicators, so that's always a nice thing. And what we're seeing on Litecoin on the 4 hour, this was the trend line that we were looking at yesterday I was talking about, and we broke out through that. And what it's looking like is we're potentially going to back test this, guys. So we were paying attention to this green trend line, and basically what was becoming here was a symmetrical triangle, and we broke to the downside on some decent volume. And sometimes what you'll have that breakdown, then you'll pull back to the trend line, then sometimes you can even fall farther, or you can get back up in that trend line. That's a possibility, or you can just break down out of it. But what I do like to see is that we broke out of this trend line. Okay, we're going to see if we're back testing it now or if this is just some 5% failure. But what I like to see is that we did set a higher low right here. Now our stock RSI is at 94.86, so we are a little bit overbought in that territory. Now what we're going to do with Litecoin is go out to the 1 day. And guys, let me know if you like this format of going through a few different coins a little bit quicker. You guys let me know what you think about that. So obviously you can see our trend lines here, guys, that we're paying attention to in on the 4-hour time frame. So don't pay too much attention to them right now. But what happened was we had this nice stochastic cross. We had a bullish engulfing candle. We got pushed to the upside. We had a rickshaw man doji here, a long leg doji. We got pushed down. We set a higher low. We pushed back up, set a slightly higher high off the real body candle closes. We didn't get higher on the wick. Then we came back down trying to set another higher low here, and we're going to see if we can come up and make a higher high. Our stock's at 64 and 71, so this is an area, guys, we definitely could go back up to the upside, but we have had that downward cross. We want to pay attention to that as well. And basically that's what we're going to get into here, guys. We're just paying attention to these moving averages. So that's a spot 125. If we have a break to the downside, I'd look at it as support, and then ultimately this blue trend line here is something that I'd be looking at. But on the 1 day, we're up above everything. The raging river here is looking great with our moving average. We're up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. So that's all the farther I'm going to go into Litecoin there, guys. The next one I'm going to go to is Digibyte. And this one I did not have up on my ticker right now, so just give me a second here. We're going to type it in. We're going to see what's happening with it. Want to get a good chart for you all here. I don't like that one too much, not enough data. Let's do Bitfinex. You know, that one even as well, guys. I want something that's going to give us a little bit more here. My apologies. Let's try Poloniex. Alright, so this is the one we're going to go with here, guys. Digibyte, look at this stochastic cross to the upside. That's looking beautiful on the 1 day. So we have plenty of room to run. Volume's coming back in. Guys, Digibyte's not looking too bad, looking like it's trying to make another play back up. Do you see the trend line we were looking at the last Digibyte video? We broke down out of that. We put in a doji candle off this 200-day moving average right now, and we're starting to push to the upside. So the next resistance I'd look at is around that 0.01462. That's going to be a spot, and then it would be ultimately this trend line here. Because, guys, like I said, sometimes you can fall, and then you can back test that. You can come back up. Okay, so we want to look at that. But what I do like is that we set a higher low here. When we broke out of this trend line, we just didn't fall down to this blue line that I had as well if we were to make a real serious break to the downside. But what we did, we found support off this 200-day moving average, so that's showing that buyers or the bulls are standing strong off this, guys, and we might be able to finally start getting this moving. Because with Digibyte, it's the same area that we were talking about here. We started to set those higher highs and higher lows. Do you see here, guys? And then higher high, higher high, higher high. Here's our higher lows that are coming in. So what we're going to look to see is if we can come back up here and set a higher high, which would be just wonderful. That's exactly what you want to see, because Digibyte, guys, it has fallen so hard and so fast and so aggressively. If you can see this, I mean, this move from up here, we're at around 3 cents right there. I mean, we just fell directly off a cliff. So as fast as this fell here, we can always make this up on the backside as well. So that's what I'm saying. If we can push up through here and start getting over this 0.0164, then we really have room to run where we can start getting into the 2 cent range, then even up here around like the 0.0263 area, which would be great. But we're finally back up above this 200-day moving average, which has not happened, guys. Let me move this back since, see, when we fell back down through it. So, guys, we fell through it around August 13th, 2018. We'd been underneath, and we even got so overextended. Do you see this big gap, this wide space away from this 200-day moving average? We got very far away from it. Just like up here when we blasted off, that's how you would have known to take profit. We gapped so far away from that 200-day moving average that it wasn't healthy, right? So, you know, Digibyte's looking pretty decent here, guys. I'm excited about this stochastic cross here. I'm excited about the higher lows. We're at 0.0138. We're up 6.37%. So some things are looking good there. And then, guys, I'll do one more quick one here. Let's see what's popping. So here, you know what? I'll do this, guys. I'll show you what I've been looking at. XRP. I'm looking at Bitcoin Cash. We're looking at Zcash, OmiseGo. I got Populous up here. Bitcoin. I'm looking at Civic, Litecoin. Those are some of the ones that I'm looking at right now that I'm paying attention to. And we'll do this one, guys. Let's just check Civic quick. Or not Civic, XRP. Take a look at what's going on. Just give me a second here. Alright, so what we were looking for is support still off this 20-day EMA, which is great. So we're still up above that, and we're looking for this trend line that I've had drawn for a while off the real bodies. We're paying attention to that and see if that holds, and right now it is still holding, guys. We do want to pay attention. Right here we've pushed up, we came back down, pushed up again. We came down here, almost set like a lower high. Guys, now we're getting tight in this area. We're going to either break to the downside soon in the next few days to come, or we're going to make that move and finally get up above that 46 cents right there. You can see that red line. That's what I want to see as a breakout above, and then we can run up there and challenge that 50 cents, which is going to be important. But what you're seeing on the 1 day is a stochastic cross to the downside here, guys. We want to pay attention to that, and as we work the time frames, so here it is on the 12, but we're looking like we're trying to find some support off these moving averages. Then we can move into the 8, take a look. What I like to do is see when we finally start to get a little hook here. You see, guys, we start to get a little one down here. So we're setting higher lows right there. And that's what I want to see as we continue in this equilibrium, if we're going to break to that upside or we're going to break to the downside there. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. There's some tight ranges, a lot of different things going on. But Digibyte, that's great, being up over 6% right now. We're looking at Zcash, some opportunities. If it continues to fall down, guys, take a look at OmiseGo, all that stuff. So I just want to bring this to you. Let me know if you like these, doing more coins than just one at one time, or if you like the old format where I'm really delving into each specific coin. So let me know, guys. God bless each and every one of you.